This is the Thom Hartmann Program.
Greetings, my friends, patriots, lovers of democracy, truth, and justice, believers in peace, freedom, and the American way. Wow, Donald Trump is either certifiably nuts, not more than 11 years old emotionally, or a brilliant tactician who has figured out a way to distract America from the fact that his EPA chief is approving pesticides that cause birth defects and damage children, and that he's rolling back the streams of America, the waterways of America rule that protects 1/3 of our water, or that his first executive action was to allow coal companies to dump more crap in our rivers, or that he has basically gone back on every campaign promise he's made, or that the Republican so-called healthcare giant tax cut for the billionaires bill is being reformulated today. And if there's anything he wants to distract us from, that's probably it. But he went nuts this morning, and I can't figure out why. This guy is 71 years old. He's had a lifetime of experience. He should understand some basic stuff. But what is it with Donald Trump and women? I mean, yesterday, or was it the day before yesterday, he's talking to the brand new Irish Prime Minister, and there's an attractive woman who is a highly respected Irish reporter. She's as good as any man. And there's this, and in fact, far more famous than most. And she's in this group with a whole bunch of Irish reporters, but she sure is pretty, right? A pretty blonde. And Donald Trump is like, oh, look at her. Come on over here. Say hi to your prime minister. She's got a pretty smile. And then today, he tweets out this. I heard poorly rated Morning Joe speaks badly of me. Don't watch anymore. Right. That's why because just before he tweeted this, Joe and Mika had been talking about how Trump was acting like he was nuts. Anyhow, don't watch anymore. Then how come low IQ crazy Mika, along with psycho Joe, came to Mar-a-Lago 3 nights in a row around New Year's Eve and insisted on joining me? She was bleeding badly from a facelift. I said no. Amazing. The tweets in response have been incredible. I mean, there's just it's actually some very good content there. But what do you think is going on? Is he losing it? Is it time to roll out the 25th Amendment? Is it time for the cabinet to get together and say, this guy's gone? I mean, he's the president of the United States, the most powerful person in the world, the nuclear codes, all this stuff, and he's sitting around tweeting about how a TV star had a facelift as revenge for something she's saying on television about it? Really? Mark Kornblau tweets, I never imagined a day when I would think to myself, it is beneath my dignity to respond to the President of the United States. Lindsey Graham, Republican senator from South Carolina, tweeted, Mr. President, your tweet was beneath the office and represents what is wrong with American politics, not the greatness of America. Senator Ben Sasse, Republican of Nebraska, says, please, just stop. This isn't normal, and it's beneath the dignity of your office. Now, here's the really bizarre thing. Melania, Trump's wife, has created a one-product portfolio or a one-position portfolio. Her job as First Lady is to stop cyberbullying. I think she needs to have a conversation with her apparently crazed husband. And then Sarah Sanders comes out on Fox So-Called News and says, Trump is the real victim here. He's being bullied by the liberal media. Yeah, that's her exact phrase. She said, look, I don't think the president's ever been someone who gets attacked and doesn't push back. There have been an outrageous number of personal attacks, not just to him, but to, frankly, everyone around him. Right. And therefore, but here's this, David Ferguson compiled some of the, the really great tweet responses over at Raw Story. Lee Perry. Well, to be fair, no one in the Trump family has had plastic surgery or facelift. Right. Didn't Donald beat up his first wife, according to at least one biographer and a divorce deposition? Beat her up, and according to her at the time, she's since recalled to rape her because he had a hair surgical procedure that went wrong that Ivana wanted him to have or something like that. I seem to recall that. Anyhow, I'm not sure if the tweet is referring to that or not. Heidi Hall says, I feel like turning away a badly bleeding celebrity from a luxury hotel may be the best way to explain his party's health care bill to the 1%. Yeah, that makes sense. Ruth Malone tweets, criminy, it's midweek, and he's tweeting about a facelift? How long are Speaker Ryan and Mitch McConnell going to run this bad reality show? Right. Glenn Thrush says, quick reaction from 2 GOP Hill staffers to Trump attack on Mika. How does this help pass health care when he needs Murkowski and Collins, 2 women of a certain age? Johnson says, when the president uses valuable presidential time to publicly trash on someone about a past facelift. Judd Legume says, the only thing we need to fear is fear itself, quoting FDR. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country, quoting JFK. She was bleeding badly from a facelift. I said no, quoting Trump. Michael Scheer, I tweeted this morning, what's with Trump's weird fascination with bleeding women? Remember the whole Megyn Kelly thing? She had blood coming out of her nose. She had blood coming out of her. Michael Scheer says, I'm waiting for the debate over whether menstrual blood insults or face blood insults are more sexist. Robert Caruso says, as a practical matter, I spent my teenage years in and around Los Angeles, and I've never seen someone bleeding after a facelift. Sean Linsky says, the President of the United States started his day by attacking the quality of a facelift that a cable TV host had, but Hillary was worse, of course. Sharon Becker tweets, just a reminder, had Obama tweeted about a morning TV host's facelift, Republicans would go nuts. Well, they wouldn't just be going nuts. They would be calling for impeachment. Mike Granaham tweeted this to Ivanka. He says, your father publicly insulted a woman and accused her of bleeding badly from a facelift. Care to comment on the message that sends to girls? Andrew Tumulty. It is now the official White House position that a woman had a poorly done facelift. Feeling great yet, America? Dante Atkins. Let's assume Trump's correct. Mika's bleeding from a facelift. Trump's response was not, are you okay? It was, you can't come with me. And then Laura Gorgonis tweets, she was bleeding badly from a facelift for 3 days? A real man would have called an ambulance. Are you lying or less than a man?
This is the Thom Hartmann Program.
This is bizarre. I mean, it may be, another P.T. Barnum stunt to grab the news cycle. If so, apparently he's done that. Is it going to do him any good?